How you doing? Scratch's Garage, and we're here again with the ShoeBox. We're gonna wrap up this trunk today, so that means we'll have all the rust out of the car. All the floorboards will be patched, and that is like a huge feat. If you remember what the car looked like before, let's come back here and go over it. All we have to do is make one panel. One panel. Can we make one panel today? Can we get it done?
I think so. Hey,
Well, my idea is, see these lines here, and we'll bring them down into here, and then bring them down here. We need to get these guys together somehow or another from here to here. I was thinking just a 90, something simple, not get too crazy. And then after that, we just piece it in and start tack welding it in. I do want to put some dimple dies here and on these sides here. The louver thing, I don't know. I do want to do louvers, but our louver press is kind of jacked. It's like, hey man, it's manual labor, but I don't know if these guys are up to it. We'll get it done. But I think that we can get one panel made today. I think we can finally do it. And then all the sheet metal will be done in the car except for the transmission tunnel. And I was thinking about doing the tunnel. Let's get it done, blah, blah, blah. But I still have to find the correct motor bell housing, a 4-speed, and then all that. So I don't want to like build something and have to cut it apart just because I was in a hurry, you know. So let's kind of just do it right the first time. You know, I mean, I'm learning also, so but I'd like to do it the right way the first time. But after that, maybe we can put some primer down or something and get these things to stop rusting. It's so humid here in Texas that the bare metal, it's like we might as well just be next to the beach. So, and if you notice, Blake did come in here.
hey man.
And Nick is behind the camera as normal.
This is Nick from Blue Collar Creatures working at Scratch's Garage. Currently, I'm cleaning up the body mount and I'm going to re-drill the body mount hole to center it since it wasn't from the factory. Blake is working on the bottom of his roll pan piece, and Scratch is currently working on fitting the rear quarter panel that he just ordered from ShoeBox Central. So Blake is going to use his measurements after he's finished welding these two pieces together, and he's going to use the Beverly shear to cut out his shape and start the fitment process of molding it to the back of the roll pan. And then he will throw it in the brake and get his 90 so he can bump it up to where he needs to meet the bottom of the floor. So Blake is finishing cutting up the little excess trim with the grinder. I am going to be currently working on the piece that Blake made for the rear trunk panel the last time you saw this. So I wanted to go ahead and line up all the different lines that Scratch was trying to line up, and I'm going to mark all the little spots from a bead roll, and then we'll go ahead and throw it in the bead roll right after Blake has finished welding in his piece here.
Hey, so I think that we finally came to a conclusion about what's going on in the trunk. Blake whipped up this really cool piece right here. Just a clean 90 in here. And then Nick has been working on this panel. We're going to put louvers all the way across. We voted. We were going to do some dimple dies, but we're like, we're kind of over that right now. I know that's hard to believe, but you know, we have a whole interior to build still, so we're gonna just knock out some louvers. We are gonna put some dimple dies over here, and crazy enough, we just have one more panel to build, and then the floor is done. The floor is done. What are we gonna do?
Drink some beer.
Just get floored? Drink some beer.
Yeah.
So while Blake's wrapping that up, I'm going to be making a break. Think of it like a shelf that's going to go on the inside of the rear quarter panels that match the shape and contour of the body. And that's going to allow part of the trunk panels to sit and have support. And then we'll kind of show you probably next episode how it's going to work, but right now we're just killing time. Up next is we're going to use the bead roller. So Blake's going to spin that wheel. I'm going to keep my eyeball in the lines, and this is the part that we've all been waiting for. All right, so you just saw me bead roll that thing with the help of Blaker here. Blake, what's up next, and how does the trunk look, man?
Man, it looks really good. Up next is the last piece, the final piece, and actually it's our final piece of sheet metal too, so we got lucky. But we're gonna trim this up, so we just gotta mount our quarter panels in, or the corner panels, and then we can start marking that one for the bead rolls. But we just got that other panel screwed in to see where we can line up all our bead rolls together, so they're all cohesive there. So, get this one out of the way. An So Scratch had us mimic the bead rolls from the factory, but reverse them coming down. So now we'll carry these panels through down here on this panel. Got this panel right here welded in. So now all we got to do is fill in the blank and we're good to go. Ta-da!
This is the part in the show where I start self-tapper screwing down the trunk panels there, right next to the quarter panels. Blake's going to finish up tacking in the rear quarter panel there on the passenger side, and that'll allow us to go ahead and pop in this new panel. Well, how do you feel, Blake?
Fantastic.
So we went ahead, marked our lines to mimic the ones that I just marked earlier today. Let's see, Blake knocked this out as far as the lines go. So that's up next, and then we left a little bit of extra just to screw into the panel, and then kind of like how we did with the rest of the sheet metal, cut, tack, move on down the line. So yeah, watch and learn. You have it, folks. Thumbs up approval. Fuck yeah.
Thumbs up. Pop.
Yeah. Scratch is out running errands, so he's left the inmate buzzards to run the jailhouse, so to speak. There ain't no jail. We're having fun here. So today, Blake got the bottom of this roll panel done and welded in. It looks freaking sick. I love how it's shaped. The contour of the roll pan piece that I made fits perfectly. I love it. Other things that happened today, we got these floors in the trunk all bead rolled, so they're ready for the next step. So up next is just cutting, fitting it perfectly, dropping it in there, all that cool stuff. Also what happened,
it's in the middle.
Yeah, we had to re-drill a body mount and move it over, so that's what you saw me doing earlier. So that got taken care of over here. Started in on our brakes. So really it's just a little 1.5 inch piece, and you break it at 3/4. And so that's gonna come over here. Just a little more time on it and we'll get the shape, as you can see, and we'll just kind of slide under this piece like a shelf, but we'll get it more ready for the contour of the body panel here, or the rear quarter panel. Also, Scratch got this tacked in. Blake helped finish it up. So I'd say an overall pretty awesome, successful, productive day. So we're all cleaned up. It's been great. It's been hot, and freaking love it, man. So thanks for watching Scratch's Garage. We'll see you the next time. Thank you all for watching this episode. Go ahead and give Scratch a like and a subscribe. And also, while you're at it, go ahead and check out Blue Collar Creatures. You can see the build of the blue buzzard from our backyards to our brand new shop.